After a self-breast exam in March of 2017, I found what would later be determined to be one of two cancerous tumors in my right breast. Hi, my name is Charles, and I am a breast cancer survivor. In a series of short videos, I will be sharing my breast cancer journey with you. It is my hope that in sharing my experience that I may be able to encourage someone or share some information that may be helpful to someone that is currently in the same situation. Okay, like I said, after a self-breast exam, I found a lump in my right breast. Now, because I had a history of cystic breast, I wasn't alarmed, but I did notice that the lump that I currently felt did not feel like the ones I had felt in the past. And I also did not immediately go to the doctor, which is probably what I should have did. So fast forward to September. In September, I received a letter from my OBGYN, who I had been with for 30 years, letting me know that in November he would be ending his practice and he was going to be retiring. At that time, I contacted my doctor's office and scheduled an appointment for him to examine the lump that I had found in my right breast. That appointment was scheduled for Tuesday, October 17th. After meeting with him, he ordered an ultrasound and a cyst aspiration at the breast clinic. His office called and scheduled that appointment for Thursday, October 19th. Now, after my appointment with my doctor, with my OBGYN, things begin to move very quickly. During the ultrasound, another lump was found, as well as some concerns by the doctor of a lymph node that was under my right arm. So during the ultrasound, they said that I would need to now have a biopsy, and the biopsy was then scheduled for Tuesday, October 24th. So I went in and had the biopsy, where they go and take tissue out to be sent to pathology to be tested. On Wednesday, October 25th, when I got home, I got down on my knees and I began to pray. Now, prayer is something that I do every day because it's important to me to maintain my relationship with God. But that particular evening, when I got down on my knees and I began to pray, the Lord said to me, "They're going to tell you that you have cancer. I'm going to heal you, but not the way that I did before." Now, my first response was, "Okay, God, but you didn't have to do it this way." Funny. But anyway, but then I quickly said, "Okay, whatever your will is in this situation, because I know that if you bring me to it, you'll bring me through it." And as I continued to pray, I asked the Lord, "Okay, now you need to give me the right doctors to care for me in this situation." Okay, Thursday, October 26th, I received a call from the patient advocate from the breast clinic letting me know that my test results had come in, and she wanted us to schedule an appointment for me to come in and get those results. So we went ahead and scheduled the appointment for Friday, October 27th. Now, like I said, all of these dates are very important, and you'll see why in just a few minutes. So when I went in to meet with her, went in her office and sat down, she said, "Okay, you have breast cancer. And the type of breast cancer that you have is triple negative, HER2 positive, and it is an aggressive form. But it's only stage 2, and we did catch it in time." So then she began to explain the process. And the first thing I said to her, I said, "Okay, well, what do we do next? How do I find the right doctors?" She said, "Oh, you don't have to worry about that. We already have a team of doctors for you." And she said, "You must have really good insurance, because I didn't have to get anything approved." I was like, "Okay, God, thank you for that." But she went on to give me information, to give me details, and the type of surgery, reconstruction, and things like this that I could expect once I met with my team of doctors, which was 3 doctors, the oncology specialist, the oncology surgeon, and the plastic surgeon. Now, when I left her office, I got in my car, and even though God had told me that this is what they were going to tell me, I have to tell you, I was still in a state of shock. I wasn't afraid. I wasn't anxious, but I guess in a state of disbelief, like, okay, yeah, I know that's what you told me, but I'm just having a hard time right now processing the fact that I have cancer. One of the things that they'll ask you is whether or not there is a history of breast cancer on your mother's side of the family. And no, there was no history of breast cancer on my mother's side of the family with her sisters, her mother, or her grandmother. So I was the first one. Now, when I got in the car, I called my mom and I told her, okay, they told me that I have cancer. And her response was, she said, yeah, I knew that that's what they were going to tell you. So she asked me, you know, how was I doing? And I told her, I said, you know, I really don't know. I said, yes, like I said, you know, the Lord had told me that this is what they were going to tell me. But I guess actually hearing them say it to me made it that much more real. Anyway, so I knew that I had to contact my family. I have a daughter and 2 grandchildren, as well as nieces and nephews and my sister. So I tried to call everybody that I could, and whoever I couldn't contact via phone, I sent them a text message. Now, the reason these dates were so important is because the very next day, Saturday, October 28th, was my 61st birthday. And having a rather eventful week, I went ahead and planned a small party to celebrate my 61st birthday. I did not let this news stop me. I had a few friends over. I created a cake for myself as well as some ice cream. We celebrated, and the ones that did not know, I shared with them what was going on with me at that time. And I told everybody, I said, no, I don't need you to feel sad because I already know I'm coming through this, but this is going to be a process that I have to go through at this time. So in retrospect, I probably should have went to the doctor in March, but I didn't. And I chose not to beat myself up about the fact that I did not go as soon as I found the lump in my breast. But what I would share with anybody else is that do your breast exams on a regular basis. And if you don't know how to do them, go to your OBGYN and learn how to do a breast exam. Your health, your self-health is very important. And only you can take care of yourself. It's not anyone else's responsibility. Okay, in my next video, I'll be sharing with you my meeting with the oncologist, all the battery of tests that I had to go through, as well as beginning my chemotherapy treatment. Thank you for tuning in and for listening.